Baylor men's tennis got a grad transfer. Who am I talking about exactly? And this is per Parcel Bombs on this. Like following a visit to Romania from associate head coach Isaac Vandermeer, Ioan Alexandru Chirita. Ianalexandru Chirita. And I apologize if I butchered that. Like he signed with Baylor in men's tennis for the spring only as a grad transfer. His career high in ATP wise in singles 724, in doubles 778. And I'll go dive into more of his background and all this. And his UTR in singles 13.23. Now you're telling me you got three guys that can play court one, and before the fall began, I was thinking it's either gonna be Devin or Badenhorst or Jean Borvalds. Now you add another guy to the mix. This further strengthens the singles lineup. And his UTR in doubles is 12.65. And to think, we already got Baylor men's tennis already got two doubles teams in the NCAA fall tournament. Unless they really want to split one of those two doubles teams up, this is going to be criminal to have at potentially a number 3 doubles. And let's see if he's in the doubles line first. I know. And figure out who's the right pairing there and everything. But come on. You're putting like Marco, that I thought like before this edition he could have been number 3 singles. Now you put him down at 4, given his fall. That's pretty good. That's a really good spot. And same thing goes for Oscar from potentially a number 4 to number 5. Maybe he could be number 4 as well, or even, and it's either going to be Oscar at 4 or Marco at 4. But either way, I feel confident in either guy at those 2 spots. Oscar's improved a lot from last year to this year. He's in the NCAA in singles, by the way, not just doubles but singles. And Devin's in the singles NCAA tournament, but I'm not shocked. And I know John Board didn't make it, and it's hard, but it is what it is. But still, he had a great fall. So you got 3 guys that can play court 1, and then number 6 is either going to be Luke Koenig, that's played at as high as number 4, and same thing goes for Louis Bowden, and he's played as high as 4. I mean, in bigger dual matches. I know they've been higher in other dual matches like a court 1 or court 2 or court 3 and against lower level competition, but still, you're adding more depth. You got legitimately 7 guys that are competing for 6 spots in a singles lineup. That's a really good problem to have, and I would dare to say now the number 8 is like Quinn Van Veek or Imran. Either way, you got good right there at 8 and 9, and then number 10 I would think would be LJ Nakamine. I mean, come on. And or even Armand Zamani ahead of him. But either way, and then Justin is the very last guy in the singles. It is what it is on that. But now you do have 5 seniors on the roster. And this boosters the roster from 11 to 12. Now you have more depth. And we'll see if Ian, or Coach Wilson's going to call him Alex, and that's fine with me. That's a lot easier name. That's what he put in the BaylorBears.com article, by the way. And he's won, and I apologize for looking down. I already mentioned his ATP rankings and stuff. He's reached a pair of ITF singles finals, 1 ITF doubles final, and 3 1 ITF doubles title, and 3 ITF doubles finals. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, and he did take home titles, the men's singles and men's doubles and mixed doubles titles at the 2023 Romania National Championships. And of course, he needs to get cleared, and I think he should be cleared. I would think so. But man, and now you got two doubles teams in the NCAA tournament. Unless you really want to split those two doubles teams apart, put this edition right here at number 3 doubles. That's a cheat code. It is a cheat code, to say the least. I mean, come on. That's just a luxury to have a guy that's top of half lineup at number 3 doubles. And we'll see where they're going to put, like, who are those two doubles teams, are you asking? Basically, Devin Badenhorst and Jean Borvelts, and Marco and Oscar. Like, those two are the two doubles teams in the NCAA tournament, and there was actually a potential for a third doubles team in Luke Koenig and Imran Abdul Hazli. Unfortunately, they didn't make it, and they even beat a ranked like Rice doubles team in the ITA Texas Regionals, and I would have said they could have been the number 3 doubles. Now that might be not the case. This only helps the doubles lineup even more too. That is if they even plays in doubles. But this is a good problem to have. Now you have more capable doubles teams, and I know Quinn and Louie have a good fall as well. So in doubles, so that's a pretty good problem to have. More like capable doubles pairings down the line here, and I'll break down the ceiling for this team later. It's like just not just for Big 12, but like NCAA tournament wise. But right now, I feel pretty good and confident that this team could very well win the Big 12 again and make it further than the last 2 years. Run 64. I just don't see that happening unless crazy injuries happen. I just don't see it. I even don't see them losing this. I don't think they're going to lose in a run of 32 now, but it's all about matchups at the very end of the day, I know. But I would have to think this team's ceiling now could be a potential Final Four or Elite 8. I don't know about national title, but anything could happen. I mean, look, last year we thought Texas was going to win a national championship, and same thing goes for Ohio State. That didn't happen with the dream team lineups, and I get Texas may be improved. I mean, they did might not have G.A. Bailey back, but you gotta look at their top 4 guys in singles, and there's really a question marks at 5 and 6 for now. And who knows about Jeff Pinchon Jones coming back from TCU? Who knows about that situation, honestly? And even then, you can't tell me that the top 3 for Baylor is not as good as TCU's top 3 now. You can't tell me that. And I know Duncan Chan has done well this fall. I know. But he's still a young guy. And then you got Louis Maxted and Pedro Vivas at 1 and 2. I like our chances against them, and especially the 4 through 6 spots. I know they got a guy from Tennessee that's good. I mean, that played and even beat the Texas Jordan Braswell in the NCAAs, but ultimately lost the dual match. But you're telling me he's going to be like a number 4, and then it's really the question of who's going to be their 5 and 6. I mean, it's just telling the truth. I mean, telling the truth in all this. I mean, who's going to be their number 6? That's the truth. I mean, that's the biggest question. We'll know about the rosters later. I know. I think Arizona's up there for the Big 12 as well. I do. I think Colton Smith will be back, but even then, it's not impossible to beat him. Or even their courts 2 through 6, and even doubles. You can't forget, doubles against TCU could very well happen. Too, and Arizona State does have some question marks about Murphy Cosson, but I think he's going to come back. I would lean that way. He's a core 1 over there. And then really Bor Arnott, I don't know if he's going to come back. But if he does come back, that'll be a really good top 3 there too. It's a question of like 4 through 6 and doubles potentially, but still, come on. This further strengthens the team, and there's a good shot that they could very well do some special things in the spring. And you can't deny that with this addition right here. And I do think somehow we're going to get revenge against UCF. I would think, but you cannot overlook any opponent or let one loss turn into 2. We should obviously beat Texas Tech. Should. I mean, just telling the truth, and same thing goes for BYU. I know Utah's going to improve, but how much? I don't know. Oklahoma State, I think they're going to take a step back, but how much of a step back? And that was a tight match last year. I think we found a way to get revenge on those guys. But I know they do have Derek Pham. That's finally going to be clear to play. And they have their core 2 from last year. That's back. But 2 hour lower lineup guys beat them. I mean, Marco and Oscar beat them this fall. So I'm just telling the truth, and I don't want to ramble on too much longer here, but given all the fall success, and then add this addition for the spring only, that's only going to help more than it hurts. And it's no shadow of a doubt, this is an upgrade over Ethan Musa. Why am I mentioning his name? It's because he's no longer on the roster. And he's not been on the roster all fall long. And I knew something was up, just didn't know what. And I found out recently, within the last few days, that he's going to grad transfer to Tennessee for the fall of 2025. Well, he was not going to hardly play in singles lineup anyway. Just telling the truth. And even in doubles, it might be very well press your luck and try to think about playing in doubles lineup for this team. That's the thing. It is what it is on that situation, and I don't want to go further along on this, but this is definitely a big upgrade. And you get more depth in the singles lineup and put yourself a little bit better up top, which I think Marco, if he was down at number 3 singles, I would still felt very good about him up top, but I feel even better putting him in the lower half of the lineup now. Same thing goes for Oscar from 4 to potentially number 5. I mean, maybe he's still the number 4 singles guy. Maybe Marco moves down, but to 5. But either way, it's criminal to have 2 experienced guys at 4 and 5 at the college level, and given their fall success, and put them down there. Down there in the lower half. I mean, come on. And then you got number 6. That's either going to be Luke Koenig or Louis Biden. Either guy I'm comfortable with. And maybe they're going to switch it up depending on matchups. But at the end of the day, this is an excellent pickup for Baylor men's tennis. And it's only going to help their cause when they're hosting the National Indoor Tournament. They're hosting the Big 12 Tournament. And the NCAA Tournament from Elite 8 on. Now, I think they have that shot to get to the Elite 8 and then potentially ride the home crowd and go far further than that, like a potential Final Four. National Championship, I don't know. But it wouldn't shock me if they did, because they're at home. And home court advantage does matter. Ask Florida in 2021 when they beat Baylor, despite losing the doubles point. They had more Florida fans in the stands than Baylor fans. That's all I gotta say about this. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. On the road to 7 subscribers. Score's ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So my money out the scores. Like a video, comment video, really helps YouTube algorithm so more people could see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people could watch. And if you're watching and subscribe, hit subscribe button, read the notification bell as well. And I do think there's a better shot now to be a top 16 seed that's hosting the first and second rounds for the NCAA tournament. I really do. And potentially a top 8. I mean, to host the first 3 rounds, assuming you do get past the first 2 rounds, because you never know. Anything can happen in the NCAA tournament.